Hi guys! So today I'm going to be looking at the exotic bow Trinity Ghoul and its new catalyst from the season of arrivals. Trinity Ghoul is an energy arc bow which uses primary ammo, and like most exotic bows, it's a precision frame with a longer draw time. Its intrinsic trait is split electron, which causes your notched arrow to be split into 3 upon firing. The weapon's perks are high tension string, compact arrow shaft and lightning rod. Lightning rod causes the bow to charge up on precision kills, and the next arrow unleashes a burst of arc energy when it lands that damages the surrounding enemies. Pre-catalyst, the bow is average at best. Split electron forces you to aim down sights to kill enemies even at a medium range. When you get lightning rod to proc, it does make the bow slightly more viable. The arc burst can easily clear away adds in the area the arrows land, however it's really hard to proc consistently, and especially against Vex and their crazy crit spots. It often leaves you having to use another weapon in order to clear any adds left behind if it doesn't proc. The catalyst for Trinity Ghoul is a random drop from Crucible, Gambit or Strikes. I got it at the end of my first strike of the season of arrivals, as did the 2 other members of my fire team. So it appears to have a relatively high drop rate. Once the catalyst drops, you need to defeat 400 enemies in order to complete the catalyst objective. The kills do not have to be precision in order to count, and I found it relatively easy to do just as a background activity during my daily grind. The catalyst is what really makes the bow fun to use. Lightning rod will proc after every arc damage kill, including its own kills, so you can use a non-precision kill with the bow, an arc melee or a grenade to proc the perk, and then keep it up consistently just by killing adds with it. This makes the bow fantastic for ad clear. As the bow's perk can be procced with kills by any arc damage, you can pair the bow with any arc subclass and ability kills would immediately proc the perk. You can also use certain exotic armor pieces to help with arc kills and keeping up the perk. Warlocks seem to have quite a few exotics which work with it, and the first I tried was Vesper of Radius, and stay with me now. Vesper releases an arc shockwave when you drop your rift, meaning any adds in the rift where it's dropped will be killed by the arc enemy. This will proc the bow's perk, allowing you to use the chain lightning arrow without having to get a kill with the bow first. Vesper also means your rift will recharge faster when surrounded by enemies, meaning it will be available more often in an ad-heavy fight. I found Vesper quite helpful, and I consistently had some form of arc damage available in order to proc the bow perk if, for whatever reason, I did not kill an ad with arc damage from the bow itself. Vesper does not require you to have an arc subclass on, so would be helpful for those who would prefer to have solar or void subclass. The second exotic I used was Getaway Artist. Getaway's perk allows the wearer to transform their grade into a supercharged Arc Soul, or Arc Buddy. This is again another extra arc help which will kill a red bar ad without you having to get a first kill with your bow to proc the perk. Arc Buddy firing on anything and everything that moves around you helps you to just concentrate on ad clear. It gets the arc kills and generally procs the bow's perk without you having to worry about kills at all. Using Arc Buddy meant I was able to clear adds in a lost sector much quicker, as it could be used for a longer damage phase than Vesper's initial damage on dropping the rift. The only problem is the amount of time it takes to get your grenade back in order to use it again. Running discipline mods and generally having more discipline will help this, but it should be a factor in whether you want to use it or not. The last exotic for Warlocks that I used was Crown of Tempests. The exotic allows the user to have faster recharge rate on arc abilities when they get arc kills. This allows for your melee and grenade to recharge faster, allowing you to have more arc abilities available to proc the bow's perk. The downside of using this is that should you have no abilities left to use, your kills need to come from the bow or other arc weapons, so you may not always have a backup should you miss the kill with the bow and lose the perk. Both Vesper and Getaway Artist provide a form of damage for an initial proc for the bow's perk, and the abilities they use are relatively quick to gain back over a short amount of time. Crown of Tempests doesn't provide any form of damage, but does ultimately mean you'll regen your arc abilities quicker. Personally, I liked using Vesper, but ultimately you should use whatever works best for you. Liar's Handshake was the only hunter exotic I could find that would benefit Trinity Ghoul. Liar's allows you to follow up a punch with powerful melee arc punch. This means that the perk will be triggered on the bow as long as your arc punch kills something. If you do not kill an ad with your arc punch, then you will need to get a kill with the bow first before the perk will proc. I found Aya's perk to be quite inconsistent, but those who are more used to using Hunter and the exotic might find it easier to use together with the bow. For Titan, I use the Ever Faithful Doom Archers. Doom Archers allows you to build up an arc charge by sprinting, which is released when punching enemies, chaining arc damage to all nearby enemies. This is a great and easy way to get an arc kill and activate the bow's perk. I didn't have much difficulty proccing Doom Archers, though I did have to remember to sprint for long enough for the perk to activate. Trinity Ghoul doesn't necessarily need to have any assistance in proccing Lightning Rod, you just need to make sure you kill something with every shot. But a little extra help is always useful if the arc chain doesn't quite do enough damage. The bow's damage numbers for orange and yellow bar enemies aren't great, so it probably wouldn't help against a boss or enemy with a little extra health. However, the bow with the catalyst is great for eye clear. It's easy to proc, and if you lose it for whatever reason, it's easy to gain back again. With the use of an exotic, or even just the arc subclass, it's easy to keep the bow perk procced continuously. With the bow being an exotic, this does mean you're not able to use another exotic in another slot, so you would have to weigh up using it in things like dungeons and raids as to whether you would have a non-exotic weapon that would do a high enough DPS to warrant using the bow. I have only used the bow in general strikes and world activities and can't vouch for how good it is in a raid or a dungeon, and I've also not used it in PvP, so can't confirm how good it is in there. Once I got the catalyst for the bow, it was really enjoyable to use, and because of the perk you don't even have to shoot your enemies, you just shoot near them and the perk will do the rest. It's easy, fun and not complicated, which is great for everyday use in Destiny. Okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you did, please consider giving it a like and also maybe subscribe. If you hit the bell by the subscribe button, you'll also hear about my next video. Have a great day guys, bye!